Friends, we have now reached the last session of the conference, IPRA conference. The next speaker is going to be Rajyogi Brahma Kumari, Dr. Sunita Didi Chandak. And it is generally believed, I would like to introduce the next speaker. It is generally believed that people turn to God or turn spiritual only when they are chronically unhappy or lose all hope or feel frustrated and defeated in life. But Rajyogini Brahma Kumari, Dr. Sunita Didi, has proved a rare exception to this shrewd observation. She has got everything that successful people achieve or hope to gain in life. In spite of her prosperity and prospects of progress, she has chosen to dedicate her life to peace and spirituality by joining the order of the Brahma Kumaris. To begin with, Rajyogini Brahma Kumari Sunita Didi was born in a well-to-do business family in Mumbai and has had a brilliant academic record to her credit. She did her graduation in psychology, post-graduation in e-business, an MBA from a US university, and a PhD from Veer Narbad, South Gujarat University. May I request you to come on the stage.
Om Shanti. May I have you come in the front? आप आगे आ सकते हैं, please? Please come in the front. We are small family now. Yes. Let's be all together, close together. So the topic given to me is choosing peace no matter what. Choosing peace. English, or I think English are majority here, right? So, Spanish, no, sorry. No matter what, can we choose peace? Yes, no matter what. Sure, no matter what, whatever may come. We are delayed now. Everybody wants to go home. And Brother David also played so well. And in the end he said, home, sweet home. So everybody wants, it's remembering about going home. But yet, are you peaceful? So no matter what, can we choose to remain peace? Isn't it a challenging situation sometimes? Is it? Is it a challenging situation sometimes? Or is it very simple? We can be. Yes? So I think the topic ends here if we say, yes, it's very simple. And instead of me speaking to you about on the topic, I would like to listen from you, sharing your experiences. How do you choose peace no matter what? Yes, sister. आप बोल रहे थे ना, आप नॉट कर रहे थे, यस? बताइए, है ना? एक इंटरैक्टिव सेशन करते हैं. Instead of just me talking and you listening, how about you also sharing? Because you have been listening and listening and listening अपने आप. So how about sharing your experiences? Yes. बोलिए. No matter what, you said that yes, you can choose peace. So what is your experience? Haji?
Cannot say right now.
Okay, anybody else? When we say I want to choose peace, it means that peace is a response that I would like to choose. There are two things. One is a stimulus and one is a response. Stimulus is something which is external to us, and response is something which is within us. What we can choose is always a response, never a stimulus. We cannot choose the stimulus, right? Now today we got delayed. This is a stimulus which was not in our hands, in our control. But what is in our control? That in spite of the things when they are getting delayed, within me, what response do I choose? Do I choose to blame the organizers for not organizing it well? Or do I choose a response which says that it's upon me to be responsible in this situation and to choose a response which will give peace to me in my inner mind? That means, मेरे विचारों को मैं कैसे शांत करूं? कैसी भी परिस्थिति हो, उसमें मैं अपने मन में कैसे शांति के विचार ले आऊं? तो वो मेरे हाथ में है. Stimulus, whatever it may be, but the response that I want to choose is in my hands. Because I have the freedom to choose the response. And when I understand this, then I can choose peace no matter what. But when I say that I want peace, how many of you want peace? You all want peace? Anybody who does not want peace? You don't want peace? I'm already at peace, yes? So when I say I want peace, then my attention is going from internal to me. From there, it is going to outside. I want peace means I'm looking into the people who can give me peace, or I'm looking into the situations who can give me peace, isn't it? So when I say I want peace, then I cannot choose peace. Because when I want peace, my attention is going towards a stimulus and it is not going towards the response that I want to choose. So when I say I'm at peace, then when I say I'm at peace, then I'm already choosing the response peace. It's like when there's a light on, okay, this is the light, and when I'm going towards the light, where will the shadow be? Where is the shadow? It is following me, right? But when I'm going behind the shadow, will I get that shadow? Will I get the shadow? No, I won't get the shadow, and I will also miss the light. So peace is, it's light, is a response. Now, if I am saying I want peace, that means I'm going towards a shadow. I want it, I want it, I want it, but I won't get it. Why? Because I'm moving away from the light. That is, I'm moving away from the realization, the knowledge, the understanding that I am peace, and I am looking at it outside. So what is happening? It is going more and more far from me. But when I say that I am peace, that is, I'm moving towards the light, then the shadow follows me, the peace, the happiness, all those things will follow me. So it's very important when I say that I choose peace. That is, it is in my control that I choose peace. Now, when I say I choose peace, then what is this peace? What is the meaning of peace? What is to choose peace? What is to choose peace? So if you take the word peace, let us take this word peace, P-E-A-C-E. So P stands for presence of mind. So when I say I choose peace, I choose to have that presence of mind in the present moment. How many of us actually are just sitting here, but yet thinking of the past, what happened in the morning when you wake up, or what happened during the day? Or maybe you're thinking about the future, very anxious, what is going to happen next? What will happen tomorrow, right? So while you're sitting here, more often, instead of being in the present as to what is going on, what are we doing? We are thinking about the past or about the future. And therefore, we do not choose peace. So if I want to choose peace, then I need to have the presence of mind in the present. Let go of the past. Just forget and forgive and move ahead, which is very important if I want to choose peace. And whatever I do in the present, I'm sowing the seeds for the future. This present is becoming my future. If I remember that, then I will choose peace in the present. The next letter is E. E stands for enjoy with ease and enthusiasm. Many times what happens, there are things that go against our expectations. Many times, right? What we expect and something else happens. And then we get irritated and then we lose the peace. But if we make it an aim in our life, that whatever scene is being passing by in this world drama, let me enjoy it. Let me enjoy with ease and enthusiasm. Then I will be at peace. Then I choose peace. But if I start just blaming, criticizing, instead of enjoying, I pass judgment of what people say, then that is also a very subtle violence. Because peace is said, it is absence of violence. Yes? So what is violence? Violating the thoughts of positiveness, that is also violence. So if we are thinking negatively about anybody, any situation, then those negative thoughts creep in our mind, and there is that garbage in our mind which is not allowing us to remain peaceful. So the next step, in order to be peaceful, what is important is the third letter, A, which stands for acceptance. When the expectations end, peace begins. Right? So when the expectations end, acceptance starts. We need to accept each and every situation and person or role, whatever is happening in our life. It may happen that your children don't behave or don't do as per your expectations, right? But then it is their karmic account. We were just talking about this today with someone, and we were sharing this, so I'm just sharing this example, that we need to accept that it is their karmic account. I need to be a detached observer. So when I accept that as a karmic account, either of my situation that I'm facing any problem, or it may be, other people in my life in relation to me, and if they go against my desires, again, I need to accept that they have their own type of personality traits, they have their own sanskars, and they are playing their role according to their sanskars. I can't control them. I can't change them. What I can change and what I can control is my choice, my freedom to choose. And therefore, the next letter, that is C, that is compassion and caring. This we can have only when we understand with this perspective, when we understand from their perspective. There was a mother who was sitting on the sofa and knitting something. And suddenly what happened was, her small daughter, very 2 years old daughter, and she just came to her and said, "Oh, mother, what are you doing this? I just can't understand. One thread from here, one thread from there, and what is this happening?" And so the mother said that, "Child, come, sit with me on the sofa, and you see from here, from the top, what I am doing." And the child said, "Oh, so beautiful, beautiful flower." But when that child was seeing from below, it was something which was not, not understandable, or it was confusing. It was like, what is this thread from here and there? But as soon as a child saw from the mother's perspective, it was something different. So the compassion and the caring comes when we stand in someone else's shoes and see from their eyes the situation in which they are in. So instead of blaming, criticizing, if we try to change our perspective, right, then what happens? The scenario changes. Then there is peace here within us. And with that peace of mind, when we take any decision, that decision also becomes right. And lastly, the last letter of peace is E, that is energy. Many people think that to be at peace is a weakness. When you are silent, when you're not talking, when you're not reacting, it's like, am I that weak that I should not revert back? I should not react back? No, actually, peace is energy. It is the power of the soul. So if we are at peace, it is our energy. If we remember this, that we are energetic when we are peace, we are powerful when we are at peace, then we will always choose peace. When we have this belief system that, if I keep quiet, then somebody will misuse me, abuse me, right? So what will happen? Then I do not choose peace, and then all the negative emotions, they pop up. Negative thoughts, they come. So I need to understand this, that peace is an energy, and it is that energy of God which we gain through meditation, through Raj Yoga meditation that we practice. When we detach ourselves from this physical body and see ourselves as a soul, there the peace is what we experience. Because peace is not a substance. It's not something which we need to buy or get it outside, but it is something which we have it. It's a treasure which we own it within us. Some people feel that how is it possible that we remain calm, or we do not say anything, or we remain positive when anybody else is insulting me or hurting me. How can it be possible that I don't get hurt? It's very, very natural to get hurt. But actually it is natural to choose peace rather than to get hurt. It's only a conditioning of our mind. We have conditioned our mind that if anybody is saying something and we don't like it, it's not according to our expectation, then it is our ego that is getting hurt. But if we detach ourselves from that part of ego, then we will see that, this is something which is not me. Because when I say that if somebody has said something to me which is not good, and then I define myself with that definition, then I get hurt. It's not because what they have told me, but it is more because after what they have told, how I internally talk to myself. What are that self-talk which is actually creating that hurt within me? More than their words, it's more my internal talk which is actually hurting me. So at that time, I choose peace, that is, I calm down my self-talk. I make it more positive, make it more understandable about that other person, and then what happens? Whatever the situation is, I am choosing peace, right? So let's do one activity to understand this conditioning time. You all have been seated for a long time. How about repeating few words together? Let us all say some words, and all together, the spelling, they are very simple words, okay? The first word is boast, B-O-A-S-T. All ready? All of you say it together. 5 times. B-O-A-S-T, boast. All together. Fast, fast. B-O-A-S-T, boast. B-O-A-S-T, boast. B-O-A-S-T, boast. B-O-A-S-T, boast. B-O-A-S, louder. Roast. R-O-A-S-T, roast. R-O-A-S-T, roast. R-O-A-S-T, roast. R-O-A-S-T, roast. R-O-A-S-T, roast. Right? Coast. C-O-A-S-T, coast. C, fast. All together. I know you need. C, coast. C-O-A-S-T, coast. What do you put in the toaster? Fast. 5 times. 5. T. So what do you put in the toaster? Bread or toast? And how many times are we saying toast? 5 times with so much of confidence. Why did we do that? Why did we do that? Because we were conditioned. Roast, boast, coast. So what follows? Toast. Just imagine how much type of conditioning was this? How much time? Just half a minute or so. We were conditioned and there was no presence of mind. We were thinking about, we associated the answer to what we just spoke in the past, the immediate past, right? And we associated with, in the future, that toaster, what it is in the toaster, and we said toast. So imagine, when do we lose this presence of mind? When are we not into the present moment? When we are just thinking about the past, or when we are anxious about the future. And we lose that peace, that presence of mind, and so what happens? Our decisions also go wrong. And then we say, oh, sometimes if we are not pausing and reminding ourselves about what we have said, we assume, yes, what we said was right. Yes, it was toast. Yes. But when we took a pause, and I asked you again, second time, what do you put into a toaster? It was a pause, thinking again, and then it reminded you, oh, it's bread, not a toast. But we do not give this time in our life to take a pause. And when we do not take a pause in our life, then what happens? Whatever we have been doing and saying, we feel that, yes, this is right. And then when other person says something else, which is not as per our perspective, we claim that they are wrong. And there we lose the peace. There's no harmony then, isn't it? So in order to choose peace, what we have to do is pause. Pause. Every now and then, tell your mind, pause, take a break, and just check, where is my mind going? Is it in the present moment? Bring it back into the present. Be in the present moment. There is the power in the present. There's no power in the past or in the future. There's no peace in the past or in the future. It's all in the present now, at this moment. Now, in this moment, there is that peace in us. So we feel that peace within us. We experience that peace within us when we focus in the center. There are 2 circles in our life. As said earlier, stimulus and response. So also it could be challenges and celebrations. In other words, it could be circle of all situations, conditions, and the circle of consciousness. The circle of conditions is not in our control, but the circle of consciousness is within us, in our control. You think of going for a walk every day in the morning, and suddenly, it's not raining season now, but suddenly it starts raining. Now that is a circle of condition, which is not in my control. But then what is in my control is a circle of consciousness. That is my attitude, my belief system, my values, my determination. That is within me. They are all in my control. So even if it is raining outside, and if I am determined to go for a walk, what will I do? What will I do? I'll take an umbrella. I find an alternate solution instead of blaming. I do not blame, but what I do, I find an alternate, right? So that is choosing peace. To choose peace is to find the alternate, to work on your circle of consciousness rather than being dependent on the circle of conditions. This is very important every now and then. Let us all do this. Every time, whenever you find yourself peaceless, just pause and see. Where are you focused? Is it on the circle of condition? Then refocus yourself on your circle of consciousness. You will find solutions and you will find peace and you will choose peace no matter what. Right? So not taking much of your time today because it's already late, right? And I just would like to end with a small meditation on peace. Of course, Brother David did a beautiful job of taking us from sound to silence in that meditative state. But I just want to, give you a background of meditation, just in few minutes, the importance of meditation, because the thing is, to choose peace also, it's very necessary that while we are performing action, our duties and responsibilities, we should be able to meditate upon peace. Then only we can actually choose peace. So what is this meditation? Like, it is not meditation means going to the Himalayas, sitting on the rocks and doing meditation, but it is more of being active, it's like karma yoga, while doing your karma. So while performing karma, we do it with open eyes, right? So in this meditation also, what we do is we keep our eyes open and meditate. Otherwise, what happens? We go to sleep and we say, oh, how peaceful that was. That peace is different, but peace while in action is different. Another thing, when we are peaceful here in our inner space, right, we don't take all that information which is coming from the circle of condition and clutter our mind, but we focus on the circle of consciousness and declutter our mind from all that external information. Then, here at our inner space, we find that peace within. And when we are peaceful here, we radiate that ripples of peace outside into the world. So, that radiation of peace is through the windows of the soul, which are these eyes. So when we keep our eyes open, those vibrations, they vibrate outside into the world. And what we give outside into the world, it bounces back and comes back to us multi-million-fold times. So when I say I want peace, I first need to give peace. And to give peace, I am at peace. And then I give peace and I get peace. Right? So therefore in meditation, this is what we do. Keeping our eyes open, we be at peace, feel at peace, radiate that peace. Another thing, very important step in meditation that we do is to energize ourselves with that power to choose peace. What we need is to connect ourselves with the source of peace, which is very important. How do you water the plants? Any plant, how do you water them? Do you water the leaves of the plants? Root. The roots. So, the seed. So also in this world drama, this world tree, the seed, the creator, the God, right? We need to connect with that source, the ultimate. When we connect ourselves with them and not with the leaves, that is the people. Because now what we are doing is we are asking from the people, I want peace, I want, oh please do something so that I can get peace. Or talk in such a way so that I am peaceful, right? So we are asking from people, we are watering the leaves. Rather than that, let's water the roots, the seed, that is connect ourselves with the ultimate source of peace, the supreme power, the ocean of peace. And when we do that, we fill ourselves with so much of peace that there is no demanding of peace anymore, but it is more of giving and giving and giving of peace. And when we start giving that peace to such an extent that anybody who is also creating peacelessness for us will also change to being peaceful, because what we give comes back to us. So this is what we do in meditation. We sit with consciousness, focusing on the circle of consciousness in the inner space within, with our eyes open and connecting with the Supreme Source. And when we do this, then we have full control of our lives in us. You all are seated on the chairs, and these chairs are fixed to the ground, right? Assume that these chairs are movable, and just sit back tight with the chair, arms and legs all tight with the chair, right? And now you are stuck with the chair, and this chair is also stuck to the ground, right? And you are also stuck with the chair. Now, if you want to move the chair, can you move it? You are stuck, right? You are stuck with the chair, so you can't move it. But if you are not stuck with the chair, and the chair is also not stuck to the ground, right? It's not fixed to the ground, and you are also not stuck to it, then can you move the chair? Yes? You all can move the chair? Yes. So what do we see is that when I am on a chair and I am, very fixed to the chair, and I say that I am the chair, then what is happening? This chair is controlling me, and I'm not able to move the chair. I'm the master of the chair. I have the control over the chair, but what is happening is, when I say that I am the chair starts controlling me, and I'm not able to move the chair even an inch. But as soon as I realize that no, I'm not a chair, the chair is different, and I'm not stuck and dependent on the chair, I do not define myself with the identity of the chair, then what I do is, I can move the chair as I want. Now the chair doesn't control me. So also, the immediate surrounding, the chair is like in surrounding, the immediate surrounding which we are in is this physical body. So when I say that I am this body, the body starts controlling me. But as soon as I understand that this body is different and I am different, I am a spiritual being in a physical body, then I start having control over my sense organs. Then I see what I want to see, I say what I want to say, I do what I want to do. Then I don't say that, oh, it just happened, I didn't want it to do it, but it happened. No. Why? Because now I am in control when I'm detached from this consciousness of the circle of condition, and I'm into my consciousness of the circle of consciousness, that is the self. So in meditation, what we do is, we actually come into our true identity. We realize that who we are, and we meditate upon that, and that gives us the power to choose peace, that is who we are, rather than to choose others as to be or copy others or be them. So to choose peace no matter what, the secret is that you do not see others, but you see yourself. As soon as you shift your perspective from others to yourself, you are at peace. Just take a moment now and close your eyes and try to be still, try to stop thinking. Close your eyes and stop thinking. Try to stop thinking. Do not think at all. Do not think of a donkey anymore. Now what happened? Now what happened when I told you, do not think of a donkey? What is happening? Up till now you had not thought of a donkey. But as soon as I said, what happened? That thought emerges. So imagine consciously when you are trying to stop thinking, all the types of thoughts come into your mind. Whole day, when you're not aware of the thoughts, how many information and thoughts is popping up in your mind in this inner space and cluttering you, and there you're losing your peace. Right? So it's very important that we take some time to meditate and declutter our inner space, sow the seeds of positivity, goodness, and connect ourselves with the Supreme and experience the peace within us. So let's choose peace no matter what. Yes? Are you all ready to do that? To choose peace no matter what? Yes? Everybody? Okay, so let's take a moment now, and Brother David will again play beautiful music. And this time, it will be choosing peace now with full control of ourselves over our mind, over our body, and just thinking the thought and enjoying that thought of peace within us, just for a few seconds, keeping our eyes open, radiating those vibrations of peace outside. Okay? Let's sit back straight, please, with all your things away from you, books and all. Keeping your eyes open, relaxing your face, relaxing your muscles, relaxing your body. With a sweet smile on your face, completely relaxed. Say to yourself, I am a peaceful star. I am at peace. This body is like a chair, which is a circle of condition. I am the circle of consciousness. Visualize the situations, the people that disturb you. And at that very moment, say to yourself, that I am peace and I choose peace no matter what. Whatever the circle of condition may be, however the people may be, I remain at peace with myself because this is me. I define myself with my quality of peace. Peace is my true religion. Peace is my nature. Visualize a world of peace where the lake is very peacefully flowing, very transparent. The sky is clear with white clouds floating like cotton. The breeze is very soft, flowing. Everyone in this world of peace are in harmony with each other. This is my vision of peace. To achieve this vision, my present goal is to be peace within me. No matter how stormy the situation is, no matter how cloudy the sky is, no matter how flooded the lake is, the river is, whatever may be the scenario, I am like that peaceful bird in the nest, sitting peacefully and enjoying every scene that is going by. I choose peace no matter what, because my nature is peace. Because I am a child of the ocean of peace. And I connect myself with Him, filling myself with that peace to such an extent that peace, peace, and peace, only peace radiates through me. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Thank you very much.
I request Dr. Kodama, Secretary General of IPRA, to give a memento to Rajyogini, Brahma Kumari, Sunita Didi. Please come on the stage. I now request Dr. Kodama to give a memento to Brother David Ilovaski. So with this, we end the IPRA conference. Finally, I thank Dr. Mukund Patel for his kind help, and I thank AMA, and I thank Mr. K.K. Nair for his kind cooperation. I thank all the participants for your cooperation. Thank you very much, and have a good night.